Okay, so today we are doing a bad tie rod coupling. As you guys can see that there is a massive or excessive play on this wheel. What we find out during our last winter wheel swaps, this is an excessive play. So we jacked up our car. We have two jacks on this side and one on the driver's side as well. We secured it in the middle as well, just to be safe side. We have jack stands. Now we'll start taking out the wheel. We have an impact wrench, so we can take this impact wrench and start taking it out. Always taking diagonal. Side, so that you can support your vehicle with the tires as well. So put the tire right here, just in case something happens. So the vehicle should fall on the tire, and you have an additional support. Just leave it there. And now, again, as you have seen this before, so you see this movement. So this is the movement, which not supposed to be. Stop.
Oh.
Okay, so as you can see that this is the outer tie rod ball joint. So when I move this here, so there is a play. This play is the one what you cannot miss it. I hope everybody is seeing this. So what we have to do, we have ordered the outer tie rod, and then after we will check. And when I'm pushing this, I'm feeling a little bit on the inner tie rod as well. We'll show a little bit later that how you feel that one once we will take out this grommet from here. So let's start from the outer tie rod. For the outer tie rod, what we have to do, we have to take out this cotter pin here on the bottom. I hope it is visible on the camera here. So this is the cotter pin here. So we have to make this straight with the nose plier and then pull it out. And then we have to take this joint out, this ball joint from the hub. Okay, we are able to remove this cotter pin. So once the cotter pin is out, now we have to take out this nut on the bottom. If you guys can see this nut, so find the right socket. To find that right socket, either you can measure it, or it looks like approximately 16-17 millimeter. Try a 17 millimeter. No. Okay, so 18 millimeter. No. So that has to be 19 millimeter then. So it's 19 millimeter. So 19 millimeter socket. Just use an impact gun and open it. Open it below the threaded part. Actually this came out completely, so I'll put it back. I will put this back. It's supposed to come out completely. So okay, so the bolt is a little bit inside than the nut. Now just we have to hit a couple times here, so it will free up this area. So now we have two options. One, either we use the tool, the ball joint separator tool, or we keep hitting it. So we don't have a separator tool, so you keep hitting, and then you hit right here. Okay, so once you hit it here, so your ball joint popped up, and let's take out the nut from the bottom. Take it out completely. Just put it here because the new ball joint or the new external or outer tie rod will come with a new nut, so use that nut. put it here, take this out. So once this is here, now we have to, it is better that once this is here, you loosen up this nut here. This is the nut which is holding, and this nut is the one which gives us the alignment. So we have to be very careful that when we are opening this one, so we should mark it here and measure the number of turns we are taking this out. So let me find out the wrench size, and then we'll start the video again. Okay, so this is a 19mm wrench. So we'll put on this nut, and yeah, that start turning, so we have to hold this one too. So let's find out what is that. So it's okay, so that's not good. Hold on a second. Okay, so we have to remove the outer tie rod from here. We have made a mark. The reason for that is so you have to count that how many tons it's going in and out. Okay, so once this nut is loose, we start counting. So from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so almost 14. Yeah, almost 14 tons. So 13, I will say 13 and a half. So 13 and a half tons. Okay, so yeah, this is out. What I did, I write down here on this one 13 and a half tons, so we will not forget. So if you are replacing only the outer tie rod, this is enough. So do not touch this nut. Leave the mark here. So once approximately 13 and a half, but so that you will be able to drive it to the realignment shaft. So after replacing these things, the vehicle needs to be realignment. But after counting the tons, the alignment won't be too much off. Also, I would like to show you here, if you see it clearly, like you see how bad this ball joint is here. So this was the time. Actually, it's not the time, it's too late to replace this one. So this is off. So now we'll because there is a problem with the inner tie rod as well. As in my hand, I can feel that there is a play. So I have to replace this one too. Before I will replace it, I will measure a distance from here to the nut with the vernier caliper. So on the new inner tie rod, we will be putting this exactly to the same position. So I took my vernier caliper, just measure it from here to here, exactly how much it is. So it's 1 inch and 10 thou. It's 1 inch and 10 thou. Okay, so we are good here. So let's start opening the inner one. We have to start removing this, obviously this nut first, and after this boot. So for removing this clamp, we'll take out the boot. So there is another one, internal clamp here, which we'll show you how to remove that one. Okay, so as you can see that I have right down here 1.010. so this is the dimension from front of this to the front of the nut. We were able to remove this nut with an impact wrench, so this nut is going out. Now we have to take out this clamp. So you can use a nose plier, take out this clamp, and this clamp is out. Just to be safe side, I already bought this clamp from Honda, because these are the clamps what you can buy these are the specialty clamps, so if anybody is looking, so this is the part number for Honda Odyssey 2007. So this is the external clamp or the outer clamp, and also I have bought the inner clamp. So the outer clamp probably would be able to reuse because there is no damage to it. It's but the inner, once we take it off, that's not reusable. So I will be taking out the inner one from here. So you need a long screwdriver. Just showing you here. So put a screwdriver in this one, just pop this out, and you will take out your boot. Okay, so I have to put a small screwdriver on this here, so I can take out the boot clamp. Need a smaller screwdriver. Clamp out, as I said, that this is not reusable. So this clamp has to go in it, and you have to pinch it. So we took this off. This is not reusable, but I bought it from Honda. This was $3 Canadian. Okay, I'll take this out. So now slowly we will be taking out the boot. So there is some rust. So as you can see that so the boot is coming out nicely. Okay. So this is the boot. Boot is good. There is no problem with the boot. So if, for example, there is a hole or anything, so we have to replace this boot too. But in our case, we are good. So there is no internal leak. But as you can see, that this is loose. This is no good. So to remove this, if you will see on this washer here, so there is a flat. So we have to take out, we have to push this flat on the backwards, both sides. So there is, if you look on the other side, from the other side of the vehicle, here. So this is the flat, so we'll take a pin punch and we will push these flats out. Okay, so these are the flats here. We'll find a pin punch. Make this straight. Push as much as you can. Try to avoid hitting the shaft on the back. So the same thing we'll do on this side. Okay, so as you can see that this is off. So take this off. So now, okay gents, so now I start testing my new tool. I just bought it here. So this is the OEM master inner tie rod tool set. So I bought this one. This came with many of different, so I tried it. So on this Honda Odyssey it will fit 33.6 millimeter. So we will put this tool on top of it, and this will be our first time we are using this tool. So okay, so I was thinking, okay, let's put it from top so that it will stay there. Okay, so putting from top, nice snug. Now we will take this thing. So you turn this here, go above, on top of it, so you keep pushing it towards you and rotate the ring. So it's nice and easy. What we are going to do now, we'll take our breaker bar. A 1/2-inch breaker bar should fit on it. And this way. So this thing is, just keep it there. Okay, so pushing this in a little bit, and here you go. So we'll break it, the breaker bar here, take this out, and as you can see, the thing is coming out easy now. Okay, so this is out, I leave it here, and we start turning this. So leave everything, whatever is there, just leave as is. We can just clean it, and this is how it came. So the important thing here to say is these small bend parts. So the new inner tie rod should have come with it, as I will show you. I ordered the Moogs, so we will put that on and we'll go from there. So this is out. Okay, so this is the new one. I ordered Moog with this, really tight, no loose. This came with this washer. So this washer goes right here. So as you can see that this will fit right here. This one. So you have to be very, very careful that how this goes. So I will put this one first. Hold it in place with one hand and start tightening it. Start tightening it. Okay, still in place, so everything is going nice. So it's here. And okay. Things are getting tight. It's coming exactly to the same position. So okay, so now we put the new inner tie rod by hand. Let's put our tool back in. The inner tie rod torque is 65 foot-pound. Thank you very much for the Audi Club people. So they find that, and I'm using that information. So I lock it in position. I take my torque wrench, and we'll go to 65. Okay, so this is the torque wrench. So 65 foot-pound. Going. Okay, so 65. Great. So we have torqued it. Take this thing out, put it inside. Open this one. Out. Thing is good. So put it in the box again. Okay. So that is 65. So the now next thing is that we have to bend this washer. So we can use a hammer. Go from the back side. Just we have to be very, very careful. So we should not hit. We should not hit the shaft. Yeah, it's easy. It's going easy. I don't want to hit my shaft. If it would be smaller hammer, will be great. So let me find out a smaller hammer. Okay, so the smaller hammer is really going great. I'm able to bend this nicely. We'll look from the other side. So it's really great. So now I'll do this side too. Okay, so as you can see, nicely. Okay, let me show you that. So this thing is bent properly, and on the other side this thing is bent properly, so this is in position now. So now is time to put the boot. Okay, so now is the time to put the boot. So I'll remove this nut. I will remove this nut, and the position for the boot will be somewhere here. Yeah, so the position for the boot is just before this, just before you will see a small notch here, and there is a similar notch on the inner side. Okay, so as you can see that I used this tool, so I pinched this one, and now my boot is on position. This I'll put it here, and I can reuse the outer clamp. Okay, so the outer clamp is here. I took it with my nose plier, put it on, and this is on position. So now the boot, I'm checking it by pulling it, so boot is right on location. Okay, so this is fantastic. Now let's go to the nut. Now where is the nut? Here. So this is the nut. We'll go inside and we will measure. So this was over 110. Taking my vernier. So 1 inch and 1/10. So I lock my vernier caliper. 1 inch and 1/10. Go back slowly. Yes, right there, right there. So now it's time for our outer tie rod, and let's count the number of turns as well. So when this was here, so this was 13.5. Okay, so let me mark. Start counting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so something is wrong, so let's do it again. Okay, so we have our new Moog outer one. So this is loose right now, so we are putting this one. We made over 13.5 tons. I have my torque wrench on, so this will be 40 foot-pounds. As you can see that the needle will be moving to the 40, and I will stop it. And also you have to see that the hole for the quarter pin. Not yet, not okay. 40, and my hole is almost to the line, so I'll move it a little bit more. Okay, it's right there, and I have 40. Okay, good. So the new pin I'll take out from this. So just one more thing, guys, this Moog, it also comes with a grease nipple, so the grease nipple will go right here. So anytime we will be replacing our tires or we'll be rotating our tires, we'll take out the, or we will pump our regular grease in it. Okay, so this thing is right here. As always, so just bend it like this. Another one you can bend from the top side. Using nose plier just to bend this a little bit, so you know this is okay. Here it is. That's it. This is in position. Stock properly. Use a small plier to tighten up the grease nipple, and we are done. Okay, so we have to tighten up this nut as well. So the torque here is 33 foot-pound, so we will tighten this up as well. Okay, so this is after. So as you can see that there is no play in it. So let's do the other side, which is the opposite of this.